did we all have a nice Easter? There was lots and lots of lovely weather, so I hope you all got to play outside quite a lot. There's something really, really interesting about what we're going to look at today. So Miss Ashurst's got a story for us called The Journey Home, and it's about a chicken. And the blurb, do you remember that bit on the back? It said, little Hattie Peck has rescued lost and abandoned eggs from all around the world. Big ones, small ones, speckled ones. No matter what their size, she loved each hatchling just the same. But Hattie knew the day was near where she'd have to make her biggest journey yet, and this time with the whole family. The time had come for them to fly the nest. Now, the reason Miss Ashurst has chose this book today is because I'm thinking about the seasons. Can anybody remember what any of the seasons are within our year? There's 4 of them. So there's the one where it's super duper cold and it might be snowing. Winter. And there is the one where it's super duper warm. The best weather of the year, in my opinion. I love it so much. The summer. There is the season where all the leaves start to fall off the trees just before winter. Can anybody remember what those ones are? Autumn. And then there's a season that we're currently in now called, anybody remember? It's where the leaves start to come back on the trees and lots of new animals, baby animals start to be born, like lambs and chicks. Makes me think of Easter. Spring, of course it is. So it's currently spring, and I don't know if you've noticed, all of the flowers have started to come out. Definitely daffodils are everywhere, and there's been some baby animals. I watched something about a farm the other day, and the baby lambs have been born, and the goats and the baby llamas actually, so that was really nice. So my story today is all about eggs, and chicks come from eggs and they make me think about spring. So let's have a look at The Journey Home. Oh, look at all these broken eggs. Hattie Peck loved eggs. What she loved even more was what hatched out of them. Her family. Hattie had braved the elements, rescuing abandoned eggs around the world. Big ones, small ones. No matter what their size, she loved each hatchling just the same. Life was different now that Hattie's home was full. Outings were chaotic. Meal times were busy. Bath times were wet. And bedtimes were... That doesn't look like a good bedtime to me. Well, a bit of a nightmare. But Hattie Peck didn't mind. She was happy. Despite the chaos, Hattie's family shared many happy moments. Their big days out and their cosily twinkling Christmases. But what they all loved most was their birthday. Because every year, Hattie made each hatchling a perfectly knitted treat, just for them. But Hattie knew the time was near for her family to embark on a new adventure. The hatchlings were all grown up, and it was time for them to fly the nest. Bags got packed, and snacks were prepared. With a nervous flutter, they left the coop. Hattie and her hatchlings travelled across stormy seas. What enormous waves! Hattie cried. Hold on tight! And then began the many goodbyes. They ran across the rooftops, hopped over chimneys. So long! And they slid down the gutters. Soaring over gigantic cities, Hattie gently guided her precious little hatchlings. She tried not to look down. Heights made Hattie shudder. Ooh, she was scared. Hattie's family was getting smaller and smaller, but their journey was getting bigger and bigger. They hauled themselves up mountains and they teetered across treacherous ledges. They crept through dark, gloomy, dark caves deep down below the ground. The last of Hattie's hatchlings battled blustery winds, pouring rain and heavy snow, until it was just Hattie and a long journey home, alone. Hattie imagined her hatchlings living their busy lives, and it made her happy. But now it was their birthday, the first one apart, and Hattie couldn't help but wish that they were... Surprise! They all shouted. We've made something for you, they said. Wow, Hattie cried. A perfectly knitted treat, just for me. I love it. But what I love most of all is my family. So Hattie had lots and lots and lots of animals that came out of her eggs, didn't they, that she'd found along the way. So she'd found some penguins. What else can you spot that Hattie had found? Let me hold that close. Owls, snakes, tortoise, some ducks, an ostrich. An ostrich, they have gigantic eggs. They're super huge. Lots and lots of different types of birds on there, isn't there? So what things can you think of that come out of an egg? Hattie's family all came out of different types of eggs. And I said to you before, didn't I, that they remind me of spring, because chicks come out of the eggs in spring. Have a look at my story, see what you can spot that might have come out of an egg. And in a minute, you'll have a look on our class dojo, and I'll show you what I found yesterday.